Yes, Redrix is back from its month hiatus. I hope you guys can forgive me for my sort of break here on YouTube. I don't really do breaks on YouTube. The last one I did was back in like 2020, and I apologize for all of you. I had some videos planned, and obviously I couldn't get them out. Moving to a new town, moving into a new school, all that stuff, getting a new, like a whole different life than I'm used to, trying to align this new lifestyle. I apologize sincerely. That's on me if I wasn't able to get as much videos in September. But with that, we have a brand new month, October. Obviously, can't ready for those, Halloween candies and goodies. Hope you guys love Kit Kats, because obviously I love Kit Kats, and you have to love my opinion, obviously. But I want to have some videos coming out almost every week in October. That's what I'm going to plan towards. And again, I'm sorry for that whole hiatus. But again, new life, new stuff. Now, going through that, we have the ending of the seasonal narrative for Season of the Witch on Tuesday, finishing up the 7-week narrative, obviously. And then right after that, we have Festival of Lost. And that kind of is it until Season 23. I always love this time because I always keep forgetting that there's a whole other season out there right before the final shape. And guys, we got to get to the final shape. That expansion will be amazing, hopefully not like another Lightfall, and we need to get there. In order to get there, we have to battle through season 22 and then get right into season 23 to finish up this 10-year building block of what we've been building up towards in the Light and Dark saga. And this is going to be some more of the leaks and story threads from the end of this season, and some things that we can also predict for season 23 come into play in today's video. So if you don't want to be spoiled, then click away now. Now, hope you guys do enjoy. If you don't mind, subscribe and like. We are trying to get to 30K, and hopefully we can get back into that grind, because obviously I have some big stuff planned for 30K. So please be sure to subscribe. Love it. Alright, now let's get into the real goodies. Now, season 23 is going to be starting on November 28th, going to February 29th or 28th, the day before Lightfall, obviously. And, I mean, Final Shape. Oh my god, I'm losing it. And with that, we need to see the major things that's going to be coming out in this season. Obviously, this season will have a brand new dungeon that we're going to be able to play on the first Friday, which is awesome. And this season is also going to have some key plot threads going right into the Final Shape expansion. Now, what is the name? Because obviously that's the most basic part that we have to start off with. And while I don't have any confirmed information, using a lot of the narrative leaks that we have gotten, and using, of course, my brain for common sense, I came out with the name, or, well, a lot of people has been looking at the name of Season of the Wish. Now, I just want to, again, say that it's unconfirmed, as this season we were predicting it being called Season of the Resurrection. Obviously that didn't happen, but with it being a Hive season, we were focusing on that. Obviously that was correct. So again, huge unconfirmed beware source on that, but it looks like now that why I'm telling you it's Season of the Wish, you're gonna find out real soon. Now, why do I think it's Season of the Wish? Well, going through, of course, on Tuesday, we don't know the exact ending for Season of the Witch, but we have some narrative dialogue, and we have a video of some sorts that's going to really determine sort of the outcome of Season of the Witch. Now, using basic sense, we can predict that probably Eris Morn will be able to overcome Zethu's power, and then bada bing bada boom, kind of drive her back. I don't know if she's going to be a plot thread in the Final Shape, or is she going to be more in that third episode in Heresy, but I would think that Eris is basically going to drive Zethu Arath back. And with that, we'll basically get our main goal of the season within resurrecting Savathun and figuring out how to get through that portal to the Pale Heart, which is that main sort of thread that these seasons are going at. Now, what will we need to do to get through the portal? Now, huge spoiler warning, the 15th wish, yes, from Forsaken years ago, will be the key plot point in us to get through the portal into the Pale Heart. Now, this was one of the big plot threads that have been, there that no one has found out about ever for years. Again, the 15th wish was something huge back in Forsaken. Obviously, if you don't know, when the Dreaming City was unlocked and when the last wish came out, there was this wishing wall, and of course with that, us Destiny community players would try to seek out all the 15th wishes that we would see. All the wishes that would get us to get extra loot or get to an extra encounter, and over time we found 14 wishes, but not the 15th wish, the last wish of the Forsaken Last Wish raid, if you will. And this was a very interesting topic as people wanted to know what it was. Was it the wish that Riven would be able to repeat the cycle all over again? That's sort of what the realization of a lot of players came out with, as it was being, for years, the biggest mystery that us Destiny players couldn't figure out. What was the last wish? And they kind of just drived it off. And we didn't even think Bungie was going to go back to it. They kind of just maybe wanted to keep it a secret, or just didn't feel the need to bring it back into the narrative. And over the time, we've had, these Awoken type seasons. We've had Season of the Lost. We've had, Season of Defiance. We had enough Awoken, type Dreaming City type seasons that we kind of just got the feeling that Bungie wasn't really going to go with it. However, this huge plot thread of the 15th Wish coming into play to be able to be the main narrative, if you will, to get through the portal, is going to probably drive us to going to another sort of Awoken type aesthetic season. Now, obviously, that's a huge prediction, could definitely be wrong, but using that, we can also determine that this season is going to have Marasov, Crow, probably the big people that we have seen from that, the Forsaken and from the Witch Queen expansion come into play. Now, something also to be aware of with this, there's also a lot of other mentions of the 15th Wish coming into play as well. Now, apparently, there is a dialogue session of Ikora talking about the Techians and the Wish Dragon and all that, which is obviously, as you guys know, the Wish Dragon is the ones that can commence the wish. Now, the Ahamkaras, if they will, were the last ones to do this, and there was only one left, being Riven, and then, of course, she was taken. I don't want to put you guys through the whole, Forsaken lore, because believe me, I'm going to butcher it, and I'm going to get hate comments, so I'm not going to do that. But obviously, you guys know that we sort of defeated, Riven, and then she just did that wish or whatever, was able to repeat her death in the sort of, Dreaming City cycle, thanks to Korea, the Dreaming Mind. Thanks, asshole, for doing that. And basically, we've been repeating the pattern for years. We killed Korea, we killed Savathun's daughter, and still, it didn't work. We killed Savathun, and the cycle kept going. So obviously, you guys know that we are probably going to have the ending of the Dreaming City narrative finally once the 15th Wish is done. And a lot of people are saying, will this finally end off, the last wish, for the whole Dreaming City cycle from happening? It looks very likely. Now, with this being said, there's a video I'm going to play, and that will happen.
I know it makes bargaining with wish dragons less likely to backfire, but we'll need to know exactly how the Techians designed it, and highlight anything to do with the lost final wish. If the path into the portal really depends on a wish dragon, knowledge will be our most potent weapon. And speaking of the Dreaming City, set aside all the after-action reports from the Keep of Voices. Our best minds have been working on this for centuries, so there should be plenty. Ophiuchus, I need you to pull some logs from the Cryptarchy archives. It's been a while since we dealt with an Ahamkara. Bring up any thesis papers on how the Ahamkara grant wishes. Include all hypotheses on why they seemingly misinterpret people's intentions. Ahamkara don't give second chances. So if humanity's survival rests on a wish, it'll have to be impeccable. Next, pull all the hidden reports on the Wall of Wishes.
That the Wish Dragon, the Ahamkara egg, and all this stuff is going to come back into a major plot thread for Season 23. I do not think Bungie will, combine this, if you will, into Season 22. If they will, then I'm going to delete this video, because we've already had the major plot thread for the season, being the focus of, casting spells and doing all that nice jazz, if you will. So it looks like the last season of the year is going to focus more on maybe doing wishes, or maybe commencing, sort of these defend, type missions against, of course, guess who? Xe'Thoreth again. Again, it's too early to tell on these things, but I wanted to make a video talking about how the 15th Wish is going to be a major plot thread in next season. This season could also bring back Savathun for a lot of story plot points. Obviously, we really haven't heard from her true character of Savathun. Seriously, only her, sort of past. Maybe the resurrection of Savathun will actually happen, please. Hopefully that happens sooner or later. And then we'll finally find out more about this Wish Dragon that can, of course, get us through that portal, getting to the Pale Heart, and really understanding our enemy. we don't really know too much on how to overcome the final shape. I don't know if that's going to be the major plot thread in the campaign. We know the witness, but we have to understand how to stop the final shape from happening. And that's also something, because obviously in Season of the Seraph, we understood Neomuna, we understood where it was, we understood sort of, getting into the gist of where this place was. Obviously, we didn't know really anything about the Veil, but we need to understand more and more about where we're going in that next expansion, and hopefully this season can get ready for us on that topic. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. I'm going to get back into making some more videos for you guys. I hope this video was entertaining enough. Me coming back at least, and you guys are getting ready to hype up on Season 23. I know it's a while away, but it's going to come faster than you know it. And Season 22 has been a really good season. Let me know your thoughts on that. I think it's been a really great season, and hopefully we can get more on that. But yeah, guys, that's going to wrap up the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.